Have you ever wondered if finding your place in the world is less about forcing your way in and more about, well, learning to listen? Today, we're diving deep into that very idea, exploring a pretty profound journey of transformation from the novel, What Grows from Wreckage. Right from the start, the story hits us with this beautiful epigraph. It just sets the stage perfectly, doesn't it? The idea here is that it's not about givers and takers or hosts and guests. Nope. It's about a deep, tangled, mutual creation. It's about relationships that literally build the world. This one idea is basically the root system for everything that's about to unfold. Okay, so let's meet our protagonist, Lena. She's ditching a life that's all about speed and efficiency, and she arrives at her late grandmother's house, way out in the woods. You get the sense immediately that this place runs on a totally different operating system, a whole different kind of logic. And this slide, it just lays out her core challenge perfectly. Her city looking is all about scanning, optimizing, basically scrolling past the world to get to the next thing. But the forest, it demands something else entirely. It's a slow, patient kind of attention that's much more like deep listening. She basically has to unlearn how to scan so that she can finally learn how to truly see. This is the very first piece of guidance Lena gets from her grandmother's letters. And you can tell right away this isn't some practical tip, like watch out for bears. It's a fundamental shift in how you carry yourself in the world. It's a practice of just acknowledging that everything around you is a being, a presence, and it's worthy of your respect. This is step one toward building a real relationship with a place. So, how does she learn all this? Well, her education in this new world doesn't come from any textbook. It comes from direct experience, with three, let's call them unconventional teachers. Each one offers a different piece of the puzzle. Her first teacher is Vesper, the crow. And right here, this is where that shift in perspective just clicks. Lena realizes pretty fast, this isn't just a random crow, it's the crow, a specific individual with a personality, with intentions, with a whole history. Vesper basically demands to be seen not as a category, but as a being. Lena finds this line in her grandma's journal, talking about her own relationship with Vesper. And this introduces a huge theme, reciprocity. See, the exchange isn't just a simple transaction. The crow offers a treasure, a story, a sign that it noticed her. The human offers peanuts. And what troubles the grandmother, and later Lena, is that imbalance. They realize a true gift economy is way more complicated than just calories for curios. Now, her second teacher is her human neighbor, Theo, who offers a totally different lesson. This quote from them sums it up. Their philosophy is all about observation, not control. You don't learn from the forest by trying to manage it or take from it. You learn by just paying attention to how it is. And that kind of observation, well, that's what sparks new ideas for how we can be. So, just as Lena is learning to see all the individuals around her, the crow, the neighbor, the trees, she discovers this hidden reality that connects them all. And this is the major turning point. This changes everything she thought she knew about the world. Vesper, the crow, actually leads her to this massive stump. And it's not a symbol of death at all. It's a hub of life. It's a home for mushrooms and moss and insects, and even a brand new tree growing right out of its center. It's here she realizes that death isn't an end. It's a doorway. It's a source of life for everyone else. And here's the science behind that incredible interconnectedness. It's something called a mycorrhizal network. These are amazing fungal threads that link the root systems of different trees, creating what some scientists call the wood wide web. It's literally an internet made of fungus. And what does this network transmit? I mean, it's not just basic stuff like nutrients and water. Trees use this thing to send chemical warnings to each other about, say, an insect attack. They share information. It's a living, breathing, communicating superorganism, and it's right there under her feet the whole time. So, armed with this incredible new understanding, Lena's perspective just shifts dramatically. She's no longer just an observer watching from the outside. She starts to see herself as an active participant in this huge interconnected web of life. And that leads us to the central philosophy of the whole story, this idea of kin-making. The novel totally reframes kinship. It's not something you're just born into. It's a practice. It's something you do. It's about forging relationships through commitment, through attention, and really through the simple art of showing up for other beings, whether they're human or not. The ongoing gift exchange with Vesper is the perfect little workshop for this idea. It becomes this really deep lesson for Lena. She moves past seeing it as a simple trade. She learns that receiving a gift, truly accepting its meaning and significance, is a skill all by itself, and it might be the hardest one to master. So Lena starts writing letters to the beings around her. Take this one, after an encounter with a bear. It shows her actively practicing kinship. She's not just observing the bear anymore. She's trying to be in conversation with it. And look at that last line. She's questioning her own very human need to be the center of the tension. Okay, so just as Lena is finally finding her footing in this new world, a massive storm hits. And this becomes the ultimate test for her new perspective, for her newfound resilience. It completely transforms the entire landscape around her. The storm is just catastrophic. The ancient oak tree that was Vesper's home gets completely destroyed. For days, Vesper is gone, and Lena, of course, fears the worst. But then, on the 5th day, the crow comes back, perching on the wreckage as if it were a throne. It's just this incredibly powerful moment of survival and continuity. And this is where we see Lena's transformation most clearly. The old Lena would have just seen a tragedy here, but the new Lena, she sees the fallen oak for what it's becoming, a nurse log, a source of life and nutrients that's going to serve as a nursery for the next forest. And this line from her journal just captures it all, doesn't it? The wreckage isn't just ruin, it's an opportunity. What's been broken is now open to the light, and that creates space for brand new things to grow. That's the ultimate lesson in resilience. Which brings us right back to the core question of Lena's journey and, maybe our own. What if belonging isn't some perfect spot you find where you can plant a flag? What if it's actually a skill we have to cultivate? A daily practice of paying attention, of showing up, and of making kin with the whole world around us?